Our beautiful nature, mountains, rivers, fountains, greenery, and these glorious forests. Forest gives us so many things. For example, pure air, oxygen, many types of herbs and medicines. But there are so many more other things also which we snatch from forest by force. For example, wood and land by cutting off forest, etc. But what do we give them in return? We give them indiscriminate cutting of trees, factories by grabbing their land, big houses and roads. Do you know? Almost 900 million trees are being cut every year all around the world. If we see the statistic, we will find that we have finished 1.3 million square kilometers of forest between year 1990 to 2016. According to World Bank, area-wise this figure is much bigger than the total area of a whole country like South Africa. In India, 14,000 square kilometers of forest land has been acquired for 23,716 industrial projects during last 30 years. 28,000 species will be extinct in next 25 years due to forest cutting. We shall be having only 10% of our total rainforest cover remaining till year 2030. It is also possible that it may extend during next 100 years. Our existence is dependent on forest up to a great extent. Forests help in water conservation, check soil erosion. Forests have the capacity to bring rain by controlling climate, temperature. They help in absorbing noise and environmental pollution within them. Global warming is a great danger not only for our environment but for the existence of entire human race. Melting of glaciers and increase in sea level is danger alarm for human. The damage which didn't happen during last million of years have been done in last 150 years of industrialization. Seeing the circumstances today, it is highly likely that human will be fighting war in future for things like pure air and water.
Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!
According to researchers and scientists, the global average of number of trees per person is 422. This average is 716 trees per person in USA, more than 4,500 in Canada, approximately 4,460 in Russia, and 102 trees per person in China. But what about India? You will be surprised to know that this average is only 28 trees per person in India. This is matter of great concern. Suppose that every Indian plants one tree each, not even a single tree is cut or damaged in next 10 years. Then what will happen? Our average of number of trees per person will increase only by 1 to become 29 from 28 trees per person in next 10 years. So in this way, it will take centuries for us to equal the global average, but it will be too late by then. So taking small steps in this direction will not serve any purpose. Instead of taking small steps, we shall have to leap ahead to safeguard the existence of our future generation. We have been traditionally planting trees till now, but now it's time to plant forest. Yes, one forest per person. One forest per person? Sounds impossible, isn't it? But it is possible. You can have a small forest near your place having 200 trees or 500, or maybe having even 1,000 or 2,000 trees or more than that. The rate at which forest cover is being reduced is alarming. It is taking hardly a minute to cut trees which may have taken centuries to mature. In that way, this loss is irreversible, but there is a way to make up for this loss. The Miyawaki method of plantation. Yes, This is the method through which we can plant a forest instead of a few trees. Doesn't it sound amazing? Come, let us know more about this method. One Japanese botanist and expert of plant ecology, Mr. Akira Miyawaki, had developed and started using this method 40 years ago. Many forests have been grown in East Asia, Malaysia, Italy, and South America using this method. Shubhendu Sharma has started this method in India. Sudha Pandey, a Gujarat cadre IPS officer by profession but an environmentalist by temperament, she very well understands the problem related to nature and environment and has been very emotionally attached to it since long. She has studied and understood the importance of Miyawaki method of forestation. She has effectively used this method to enhance the green cover of State Reserve Police Force Battalion's campus situated in Ahmedabad.
In today's scenario, global warming has become a stark reality. To negate this, we need to plant more trees. But the most common problem we face in this is that we usually don't have enough land to plant trees. Moreover, even if we do plant number of trees, it is very tough to look after it for a longer period till it gets self-sustainable. Here, Miyawaki method helps us out. We can plant mini forests in small places available at our schools, colleges, our backyard or in public park. Wherever we get a minimum of 100 square meter of land, we can plant 300 to 500 trees. In this way, we can make an important contribution in the enrichment of nature.
In Miyawaki forest, plants grow 10 times faster and these forests are 30 times thicker than a normal forest. These forests become self-sustainable within 2 to 3 years and no maintenance is required after that. Such a significant growth in such a short period of time is mind-boggling. Madam Sudha tells us about the benefits of this method and about its success.
This method has become more relevant in today's context when the open space in urban areas is shrinking day by day. We have no open space left. Even if there is space available, then the question of looking after and safeguarding the plantation arises. The plants need irrigation, pesticides, fertilizer for a very long period. We have to safeguard them for grazing animals. All sorts of issues will arise. In Miyawaki method, one can do plantation in whatever space is available, say 20, 50 or 100 square meters. In this way, a single person can look after even 500 plants alone. This method is very useful in very fast growing of plants.
The biggest advantage of this method is that we can easily plant maximum trees in minimum space and such forest matures very rapidly.
The main advantage of Miyawaki method is now we can think about planting 15,000 plants in place we could have hardly planted 1500 plants by using traditional method. This forest is a mixed forest of different locally available seed plants which grows 10 times faster than seed plant forest planted by traditional method. It means that this forest will mature like a 100 years old traditional forest in only 10 years.
Let us understand this method in details. First of all, we dig 1 meter deep pit in marked land. We take out all soil of this pit and thoroughly mix some essential material in it. We mix rice husk to make soil spongy. It helps roots of the plant to spread properly. Organic fertilizer is important for providing nutrition to plants. For this, manure, compost or biomass fertilizer is mixed in the soil. The pit is then refilled with this soil. Next is the process of selection of proper plants. The plants are chosen on the basis of biodiversity and local availability. The adjacent plants are chosen in such a way that they should be of different height and maturity. First of all, the locally available varieties of plants are divided into 4 categories: bush plants, dwarf plants, medium-sized plants, and canopy trees. These are planted in such a way that their development should happen properly and rapidly. Now, the marketing is done on the ground to plant trees at minimum distance of 1.5 feet apart in manner as being shown on the screen. The holes of about 1 feet deep are made on marking small amount of cocoa peat or sugarcane bagasse is put in each hole to maintain soil moisture and facilitate spreading of plant roots. If cocoa peat or sugarcane bagasse is available in abundance, it can be mixed in the whole soil of the pit. Now plants are put carefully in the holes and soil is filled. While planting, one should take extra care that no two similar plants get planted adjacent to each other. Similarly, the plants which grows to same height are not planted side by side together. By planting in this manner, each plant gets sufficient light and other things which are required for a proper growth. After plantation is completed, each and every plant is given support of 1 meter long bamboo sticks. This provides them protection from bending or breaking in initial delicate state. Finally, we do mulching by spreading dry leaves or husk on the ground. This helps in retaining moisture of the soil for longer period and preventing weed plants' growth. After completing this process, now the task of protecting it for approximately 2 to 3 years begins. During these initial years, one has to irrigate the forest according to the requirement of the season and keep the area of the plantation garbage free. These forests become self-sustainable after 3 years. Now the plants can look after their safety and growth by themselves. Your Miyawaki forest is ready now. The forest which you're seeing on the screen has been planted by Gujarat Police under the guidance of Madam Sudha Pandey. You'll be surprised to know that it is only 6 to 8 months old. It has grown up to the height of 8 to 15 feet and have become so dense that one cannot see through it. This forest will need care for further 1 to 1.5 years more, then it will become self-sustainable. Self-sustainable in the sense that no more irrigation, no more fencing or protection from grazing animal, no fertilizer or pesticide will be required in future to maintain such forest. Ahmedabad situated SRPF battalion has done significant work under Mission Miyawaki started by Gujarat Police. Madam Sudha Pandey tells about her endeavours with Ahmedabad-based SRPF battalion in Miyawaki Forest Station. While speaking about dedication and cooperation of Jawans of SRPF, she tells that her Jawans have become fully sensitized towards environment conservation. She tells that SRPF battalion campus is spread in 70 acres of land and used to have green cover of 4,000 trees. But now they have planted 2,700 trees in mere 700 square meters through Miyawaki method. According to DGP of Gujarat Police, Mr. Shivanand Jha, due to training imparted to Gujarat Police under Mission Miyawaki, 10 of its units have planted 15 mini forests in last 1 year. A total of about 15,000 trees have been planted. The member secretary of Suraksha Setu Society, Gandhinagar, Dr. Vinod Kumar Mal, ADGP, has taken special interest in this direction. He has made a documentary to educate the masses about Miyawaki method and sensitize the masses about environment conservation. Not only this, he has also provided cocoa peat making plan to SRPF battalion of Ahmedabad, as Gujarat Police is going to need a lot of cocoa peat in future for planting so many more Miyawaki forests.
We give nature education training to our Jawans. We try to educate them about the fact that how much important it is for human to maintain the balance with nature. We tell them that it is for the benefit of the human only, and if we don't do this, ultimately human will suffer. So in this way, our Jawans remain fully sensitized and aware towards environment conservation and keep planting Miyawaki forest with high spirit.
This type of Miyawaki forest can be of great use for the cities which are getting converted into greenery-less concrete jungles. These small jungles patches at different parts of city will serve as carbon sink. Sooner the better for us to understand that nature is not dependent on us. If human race gets extinct today, the nature will keep flourishing, rather it will flourish more rapidly. But on the other hand, if trees get extinct today, there will not be even a single trace of us left anymore. We have to understand the value of environment conservation. We will have to respect the gifts and the natural resources which nature has given to us. If we say it in the words of Madam Sudha Pandey, it is worth considering the fact that human is the most intelligent creature of this planet. On the other hand, it is also true that it is human only who is the root cause of most of the problems of this planet. Why did problem not arise due to any animal, plant or tree? The reason behind this is the fact that it is nature, which not only decides the population but also the behavior of every species on the earth, except human. On the contrary, we the human neither could control our population nor our conduct. Today, we are more than 6 billion out there, but full of ignorance. In this scenario, the delicate balance of nature may give up any time, and then nobody will survive to tell the story of that doom. So, for the sake of a future generation, to spare fresh air for them to breathe, for the sake of our existence, we will have to plant forest. Otherwise, how much money you can count without oxygen? Just think about it.